Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to talk about some NBA news, episode 240. Apparently, I haven't done any NBA news in like 8 days, so I want to talk about some NBA news here because I've been more focused on like MLB and MLB free agency, NFL with previews, my Week 15 preview for every game, the Cowboys Bills preview. But I want to talk about some NBA here, so enough of that. NBA Insider claims multiple sources have pointed to the Brooklyn Nets as potential threats to trade for Donovan Mitchell. I mean, I feel like that could be a sneaky team with like Mikal Bridges, Donovan Mitchell. If what this insider claims is true, that'd be a good little good team there with led by Mikal Bridges and Donovan Mitchell. I'm not saying that's a championship team, but I'm saying that's a pretty solid team with two really underrated players. But it seems like there are rumors swirling about this, but it's important to remember that trade rumors can sometimes be speculative. This isn't like true, it's just kind of speculative, but I don't think he'll stay in Cleveland, honestly. But I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, it'd be nice for him to get that, but I don't think it'll happen. So SGA is currently third place on Basketball Reference's MVP tracker. He's shooting 55% from the field as a guard and 91.7% from the free throw line. He's also leading the league in steals 2.8, and OKC is second in the West as well. He's definitely going to be a big threat for that MVP this year. He's quite statistically the best mid-range shooter in the game. He's mostly mid-range off the dribble. People say, oh, all he does is take layups. That's not true. I guess people just say shit and haven't watched him play a single game this year. But it's well-deserved. Shooting 55 from the field and as a guard and 91 from the free throw line is insane. He's put up a lot of big performances this year. He's definitely deserving to be in the running for MVP if he can keep it up throughout the year. So Gilbert Arenas says a Pacers coach pinned a Bucks player against a wall last night. Quote, end quote. A Pacers coach pinned a Bucks player to a wall, and a Pacers player put hands on a Bucks coach for talking too much shit. So this, I guess, I mean, it's not really going to say a rivalry, but they play back-to-back in 2 weeks. It's going to be wild because you know the situation where Giannis scored 64, he's trying to get the game ball, the Pacers took it, gave it to Oscar Tshiebwe, and I guess, I guess Giannis got the ball, but kind of just a really wacky situation there. A former Clippers broadcaster says LeBron James is the, quote, GOAT, and it's not even close. Everyone knows who the GOAT is. It's Michael Jordan. This is just cap. Michael Jordan was 6 for 6 in the finals. The GOAT. Now it's through all that. Mark Cuban gave his opinion on the Giannis Antetokounmpo deal. Mark Cuban believes Oscar Tshiebwe deserved the game ball more than Giannis Antetokounmpo, suggesting Giannis should have received a signed stat sheet instead. Quote, I'd give the ball to the rookie, ... With situations like that, I'd take the box score. I'd get his teammates to sign it, and I'd frame it for him, end quote. Or give the stat sheet to the rookie so he can flex his 2 points. Now, I was kidding, I like Oscar Tshiebwe, Kentucky legend, by the way. I don't know, I mean, you can take a pic with a piece of paper with the number they dropped written on it. You can put 64. But, I mean, if I scored 64, I'd want that game ball. So, I don't think Giannis is being petty with this. But I don't know why Mark Cuban was asked about this. Maybe he just wanted to give his opinion. But it's a franchise and career high. Giannis did the right thing. I mean, I don't think he did the wrong thing. It's just kind of a wacky situation. So Zion Williamson via Scoop B, he talked about the weight jokes, and he said, end quote, "They don't bother me." We can tell they don't bother you, Mr. Williamson. Obviously, because the motherfucker keeps getting fatter. I guess it doesn't bother him, I guess. If you could jump higher than 98% of the NBA fat jokes, it shouldn't bother you, so. Just a regular NBA player not being bothered by the weight jokes. So, Yusuf Nurkic says there's still tons of respect for Draymond Green, says, and quote, "I have a lot of respect for him, obviously, even before this, I still have it. I don't know what people go through, it's not our problem, but he's an NBA champion for me, Hall of Famer still," end quote. I don't know if he actually believes what he's saying here, but he's just being more mature. But respect to Nurkic, I guess. But I mean, if I was him, I probably would have said a lot more than that. So Anthony Edwards says he wants to cook LeBron 1v1, but the Lakers always double him. Of course you want to cook a 38-year-old who still put the clamps on him. I mean, he might cook. You never know. If they leave him one-on-one, then I don't know. So Rich Paul's Clutch Sports Group is venturing into baseball, having acquired Rep 1 agency along with its star clients including Rafael Devers, Devin Williams, and Andres Jimenez, per at Sportico. I mean, Rich Paul's just dominating each sport. He's seen Ohtani's contract and he said, "Let me get a piece of that. Let me get some money." So Shams suggests that Jonathan Kuminga could secure a permanent starting position if he performs well during Draymond Green's absence. We will be there. Draymond's been pretty good. Or not Draymond. Kuminga's really been good these last few games. I don't think Kerr he doesn't have a choice. He has to start Kuminga. It's a really good chance for him in the permanent starting position. But if he performs really well, then he could get a permanent role starting. Keldon Johnson is a name to watch in the market, per at Mark J. Spears. Quote, "You know who I got my eye on with the Spurs? Keldon Johnson. I keep hearing this buzz about. Not sure if he fits in well with this group going forward, and should he be coming off the bench. They need to fix the Sohan experiment. I feel like he's just making shit up. They're not going to trade Keldon Johnson, and he's a good player. But I felt it'd be a good fit for maybe, say, Sacramento Kings, but I think it's just made up. I don't think they're trading. Dwight Howard is leaving Taiwan and currently has an offer from a bottom team in Liga Endesa, per at Talk Basket. Bottom team. Get it? Yeah, anyways. So Rick Carlisle talked about the situation with Giannis. And he said, end quote, "It was Oscar Tshiebwe's first official NBA point. We were not thinking about Giannis's franchise record. My GM got elbowed in the ribs by one of their players. He certainly has bruised rib," end quote. Anyways, it's on the Bucks court, by the way. That's not even their ball to begin with. Come on. Pacers looking like freaking clowns. AD over his last 3 games, 38.3 points per game, 13.7 rebounds per game, 2 blocks per game, shooting 65% from the field, 60% from 3. He's probably one of the most underappreciated players in the game. Like, when he's healthy, he's a beast. Like, they don't understand how good he is. So, Paul George wants to give back to Clippers fans by giving them ammo to trash talk Lakers fans. Quote, those fans that have stayed and are by our side, those are the ones I want to give back to. At least give them an opportunity to go with the Lakers fans with some sort of trash talk. Yeah, they're always... What are you gonna flex? You ain't doing anything. You haven't done anything. Like, what's he talking about? You've never won a championship, Paul George. Come on. So, Gilbert Arenas had this bad take on his podcast, or whatever the fuck his show is. I know what Dre's doing. He's taking care of these Europeans one at a time. The media's trying to push these Euros, and you're choking and slapping them back. Do your thing. Who gave Gilbert Arenas a platform, man? This is outright disgusting. No matter what your opinion on Draymond is, this show has the absolute worst takes in basketball history. And that is hard to do. Compared to freaking Twitter. And it's time to wrap up this podcast here. I hope he's joking, because Jordan Poole is not European. He has to be trolling. This show's in the gutters. So, per Woj ESPN, quote, the Knicks have been preparing themselves with draft assets and the development of young players to make the kind of big trade necessary to move into the elite of the Eastern Conference and NBA, end quote, with a eyes emoji. Oh wow, not like we've been hearing the same thing for the past 2 years. I swear this gets posted like every 2 weeks. The Knicks aren't going to make a big trade, I promise you. It's not going to happen. So NBA.com's updated rookie later. Number 1, Victor Wembanyama. Number 2, Chet Holmgren. Number 3, Brandon Miller. Number 4, Jaime Jaquez Jr. Number 5, Keontae George. Number 6, Asar Thompson. Number 7, Derek Lively II. Number 8, Bilal Coulibaly. Number 9, Brandon Podziemski. And number 10, Toumani Camara. I mean, I feel like Wemby's been better the last 2 weeks. And it's a rookie ladder. It updates like every, week? Wemby's been putting up better numbers recently. And Derek Lively is the 3rd most important player on a 3 seed. He should be a little bit higher, in my opinion, on this list. At least be in the top 3 or 4. Jaime Jaquez Jr. says he would consider joining the dunk contest for the Miami. You can ask anybody who play my high school team. They'll tell you all the things I used to do in high school. He probably... Dunk contest is falling off, so... Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen will reunite next month as the Bulls induct 13 people, including legends like Artis Gilmore and Dennis Rodman, into their new Ring of Honor. January 11th through 12th. Oh, it's going to be interesting. Kawhi over his last 5 games has put up 28.6 points per game, 5 assists per game, 5.4 rebounds, shooting 60.2% from the field, 51.9% from 3, and 100% from the free throw line, and they won all 5 games in that stretch. Kawhi is back. I mean, it's not like he left. Nick Young of Draymond Green, he's more of a cheap shot guy, but he tends to do that to a lot of Europeans. He's messed with nothing but foreigners, and he said that. Jordan Poole is not a foreigner. Like, Gilbert Arenas and Nick Young have to be trolling. First Take is averaging 5 times more viewers than Undisputed. 581,000 from 2 weeks, from November 27th to December 8th. First Take, 581,000 drew an audience 5 times greater than Undisputed, 105,000. Well, that's the Shannon Sharpe effect for you. The Shannon Sharpe effect. Report, an arrest warrant was issued for an exchange student who allegedly broke into Steph Curry's house while his kids were home. Dang, that's crazy. A freaking exchange student. Dwight Howard said, I was the man before social media was a thing. When social media became a thing, they turned it against me, end quote. Worry about your lawsuits, buddy. Shane Sharpe over his last 5 games has put up 26 points per game with 6.6 rebounds, 5 assists, 52% from the field, 46% from 3, and 8 from the free throw line. Low-key becoming a freaking beast out there. But yeah, it's really hard to say. The Chicago Bulls are looking for win-now players of trademark parent Mike A. Scott, last thing I'll talk about. They're looking for players that can help them win now and maybe pick down the line if they can add to a cupboard. we'll see. But yeah, I'll have to say for this first NBA video. So until next time, peace.